Right now at 6, the La Crosse man accused of a fatal stabbing last night makes his initial appearance in court.
And competent to stand trial. The man accused of a drive-by shooting in downtown La Crosse is found fit to stand trial.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Let's get things started tonight with a check of your Coulee region forecast. And Greg, you've been saying for a couple days it's going to be feeling pretty darn warm the next few days.
Well, unless you're from southern Texas, you know, where Emily's parents are, it's probably going to feel cool. But yeah, we're going to see 50-degree weather here for a couple days. Even records are possible with things how they look out. If we look outside right now, temperatures overall, we got the, there we go. It's coming up in a second. Just give it a second. Otherwise, we're looking at temperatures. They're coming. There we go. Got them up there. 30 degrees. Overall, temperatures highs today. Notice to the west. We're all the way to the 50-degree mark to Mankato. So it gives you an idea what the air is going to be coming. Further west, they were in the 60s as you go towards the southern plains. So all that warm air is going to begin to lift and push east across the area because that warm front has pushed east across the area there. So overall, all the way to the west, you got to get to the Pacific Northwest where they've had that atmospheric river and all the rain going on to get any type of active weather. But there's your temperatures. We lower down just to the middle 30s at 11 p.m. So that's still quite nice. But notice the winds out of the south. That's going to keep those temperatures up overnight. And even for Eau Claire, just getting down to the 33-degree mark, just above freezing too. So overall, as we look out and plan the day tomorrow, we're going to break down how high we might get above average. And it's going to be a couple days. But we do have some other weather in the news, and we have some rain or snow potentially this weekend. So I'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Greg. A La Crosse man is in custody tonight, accused of stabbing someone to death. 50-year-old Bryant Smith was arrested after police say he stabbed a victim on South 6th Street last night. Police say they found the victim with multiple stab wounds around 9:30 p.m., and the victim later died. Smith appeared in court earlier today, is claiming the stabbing was in self-defense. A judge set his cash bond for $500,000 and ordered Smith to a GPS monitoring device and to have no alcohol. Police believe the stabbing was an isolated incident. Smith is facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide.
Bond is set for a Wisconsin man accused of killing his former partner while she was pregnant. A Chippewa County judge has set a $1 million cash bond for 26-year-old Jose Dominguez Garcia. Dominguez Garcia is accused of killing his former girlfriend in 2020 while she was pregnant with another man's baby. A warrant for his arrest was issued in December 2021. He was arrested in Missouri on Thanksgiving and was brought back to Wisconsin shortly after. Dominguez Garcia will be back in court for a preliminary hearing.
This morning, 78-year-old Richard Harnish appeared in La Crosse County Court for his sentence hearing after allegedly assaulting sexually a 17-year-old.
News 8 Now's Michael Germain was at the courthouse this morning and has the details. Good evening, Michael.
Ken and Emily, Harnish is being charged with soliciting a child for prostitution, 4th-degree sexual assault, and 2 counts of causing a child older than 13 to view and listen to sexual activity.
According to La Crosse police, on March 26, they were dispatched to a call on Loomis Street, where officers were originally responding to a welfare check. Later learning it was an assault call. During an interview with the responding officer, the victim says Harnish was stalking him, frequently visiting him at work. The victim advised officers he had moved into Harnish's residence after he had gotten into an argument with his grandparents. He says about a month later, Harnish sexually assaulted him on their drive home following an auction in Appleton.
After Rich started taking advantage of me, I became more isolated and my grades and involvement activities suffered. I almost dropped out of high school because I was really embarrassed and constantly thinking about something else bad happening to me.
Harnish's sister also gave a statement to the court, saying she doesn't believe her brother has the longevity to survive in prison because of heart failure, type 2 diabetes, and skin cancer.
I would like to say on my brother's behalf, he would not survive in jail or prison at any time with his health and his mental capacity. He's always been nice to everybody that I've known. This is the first I've ever heard of this.
After the court heard statements from both sides, Judge Ramona Gonzalez offered Harnish the chance to speak before being sentenced.
I'm sorry I ended up this way, and wish we could have been friends, but that's the way it goes, I guess, and I'm not going to bother you or hurt you or do anything else. apologize, and that's it.
Richard Harnish was sentenced to 3 years behind bars, 3 years extended supervision, and probation for preying on the 17-year-old victim. Ken and Emily, back to you.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. The man accused of a La Crosse drive-by shooting in the summer is competent to stand trial. That's according to an evaluation submitted in La Crosse County Court. DeAndrew Grant had previously claimed mental incompetence for charges related to that drive-by shooting near Polito's Pizza. The last 2 competency exams had been inconclusive. Judge Gloria Doyle says Grant can argue this latest exam in a hearing next Wednesday. Grant faces charges of 29 felonies, including 6 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide.
5 people are injured after a bus accident in Chippewa County. According to the Chippewa Falls school superintendent, a bus carrying students from Jim Falls Elementary School was involved in an accident Tuesday afternoon in the town of Anson. The bus driver and 2 students were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The cause of the accident is still under investigation.
10 Wisconsin Republicans who posed as fake electors for former President Donald Trump are settling their civil lawsuit. Under the agreement, the group acknowledges that Biden won the state in 2020, and they withdraw paperwork they filed that claimed Trump had won. It's the first time that any fake electors have revoked their filings saying Trump won. The fake electors also agree to not serve as presidential electors in 2024 or in any other election where Trump is on the ballot. Bill Feehan, the former chair of the La Crosse County Republican Party, is one of those 10 electors.
A Dane County judge issued a ruling striking down Wisconsin's abortion ban. The judge ruled that 1849 law does not ban consensual abortion procedures in the state. In a tentative order the judge issued back in July, she indicated that the ban only prohibits someone from attacking a woman in an attempt to kill her unborn child. Planned Parenthood previously resumed abortions in both Madison and Milwaukee back in September while they waited for the judge's ruling.
We're still really thrilled to have this this resolved at least in Dane County Circuit Court, and are hopeful that the court's decision really instills maybe some confidence in other healthcare providers and systems around the state, and offers them the reassurance that abortion is not illegal in Wisconsin and that they can provide the full scope of reproductive health care.
A Republican prosecutor says he plans to appeal the court ruling. It's the first step toward the issue on abortion rights heading to the state Supreme Court.
Governor Tony Evers vetoing a bill today that would have outlawed gender-affirming care for minors. The veto was expected from the Democratic governor, who previously promised to strike down any proposals from the legislature that he deems harmful to queer youth. The Republican-led legislature passed the bill back in October. It would have banned surgeries, puberty blockers, and hormones for transgender youth. Supporters of the bill argue gender-affirming care is difficult to reverse and that medical opinions on that care could change in the future. This is one of several anti-transgender bills Evers has vowed to block.
At least 3 people are dead after a shooting at the University of Las Vegas.
Police say the suspect also dead. More info after the break.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our winter freezer filler bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
My doctor says I need an MRI. But where do I go? They're so expensive.
Sensible MRI costs a few hundred, not thousands. You could fill your fridge for a year with what you save. We can get you in the next day. Think of what you could do with the time you'd save. What do you have to lose? At Sensible MRI, you choose the time, you save the money. And you rest easy having your doctor refer you to Sensible MRI.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21, no matter what.
Everything is getting smarter. Good thing your Touchstone Energy Cooperative has the knowledge and expertise to help you make smarter work harder. Today, there are more ways than ever to make your world more energy efficient, and we can show you how. Take the next step to go electric and put the power of your co-op to work for you. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Details about a shooting at the University of Las Vegas, Nevada, still coming in.
Officials held a news conference and disclosed some information as the investigation continues. Danya Backus has more from Los Angeles.
Police said there were multiple victims after a confirmed active shooter opened fire at the University of Nevada in Las Vegas.
We have one patient right now. Supposedly, we have more patients inside with an active shooter.
Authorities said a suspect was found dead.
We received a call of an active shooter event at 11:45 this morning. Officers immediately responded, engaged the suspect. The suspect at this point is deceased.
Of course, we have no idea on the motive. There are a number of victims that have been transported to area hospitals.
Officials did not immediately disclose details on the number of victims and whether there were any fatalities. As the school went into lockdown, UNLV sent an urgent alert to the community, writing, "Run, hide, fight. This is not a test." This man says he and his sister attend the school, and she was on campus at the time of the shooting.
Her teacher just locked up the room, said they're not letting nobody out until they know, like, the suspects are, like, gone or whatever.
We had to close the door and barricade all the tables up, about 6 tables up, to make sure that the door wasn't coming out.
According to UNLV, the shooter was in a building that houses the business school, and police responded to a report of additional shots fired at the nearby student union. A federal law enforcement official says the FBI has offered assistance in the ongoing investigation. Danya Backus, CBS News.
Just over 6 years ago, Las Vegas suffered one of the worst deadly mass shootings in U.S. history at the Mandalay Bay Casino.
Well, it's National Influenza Vaccination Week.
And if you haven't gotten your flu vaccine yet, federal health officials say now is the time.
And you can ditch that winter gear as temperatures climb all the way up into the 50s in the next couple days, but we do have some rain or snow in the forecast. I'll break all that down in your First Warn weather update after the break.
Stay warm and cozy this winter with La Crosse Fireplace Company and receive a 30% federal tax credit. Wood stoves with a modern style like Quadra-Fire or the classic look from Vermont Castings, La Crosse Fireplace Company has the stove to fit your style and needs. Purchase before the end of the year and receive a 30% federal tax credit on the entire package and installation. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits. Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. Can your car battery survive another winter? Come to Batteries Plus for a great selection of auto batteries, battery testing, and installation.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's National Influenza Vaccination Week.
With flu cases and hospitalizations increasing, health officials are reminding everyone that there is still time to get your flu vaccine.
If you haven't gotten your flu vaccine yet, federal health officials say now is the time. It's recommended for everyone 6 months of age and older.
We don't want to see anyone get hospitalized or die from something that has a safe and effective vaccine. We particularly want to make sure our seniors and our kids under 5 get vaccinated because they have the worst outcomes from getting flu.
If you're pregnant, you are also at a higher risk of developing serious flu complications, so a flu vaccine is recommended.
Yeah, well, it's warming up now, but it's going to be getting chillier here in a couple of days. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for when that weather will be coming.
Yeah, we're going to get spoiled here for a couple days with temperatures in the 50s. In fact, Eau Claire might reach a record tomorrow at 50, and then if we go to Friday, it's still as warm or even warmer. 50s. Once again, the records are a little bit up higher that day, so probably won't see that, but still a lot of areas could be the mid, maybe even upper 50s depending on how things plan out. But it's definitely going to be a warm couple days. Starting off tomorrow morning, it's still going to be a warm upper 20s, the low 30s with that southwest wind. Off and on a cloud cover, but plenty of sunshine in the afternoon. By noon, we'll be all the way into the 40s, and then more cloud cover in the afternoon. This will just be high clouds coming through, so still the sun being able to poke through. We're going to get to the mid to upper 40s, and as we go towards the evening hours, once again dropping back down. But still at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we're still around 40 degrees for most locations, so it's going to be a more mild stretch of weather, if I can talk. Otherwise, if you look at the big picture, there is a front coming through Friday, but that's not going to be delayed until probably the evening hour, so we're still going to have mild conditions until that point. Then we're going to track the two systems that we're keeping an eye on. One's going to come from the southwest, one's going to be from the north, as you can see up there. They're going to play a role into it, and right now there's a lot of question marks on exactly how it pans out. But our thinking right now is we're going to have precipitation come up Friday night. It's going to come through Saturday night into early Sunday. Once again, where the rain-snow line is still a lot of question marks in there, but it looks more promising if you want snow, probably further north and east to go. But for right now, we think that we'll have some light snow. The accumulation, there's a lot of question marks on that. The good news is most of this day on Sunday should be dry as everything begins to push off to the northeast. But we'll keep updated on this. If you got any travel plans, basically from Saturday night, keep an eye on this, especially as you go further north and northeast. This could change, but we are seeing some rain or snow in the forecast for this weekend. Travel impacts kind of breaks this down right there for your rain, probably more of a mix, and then maybe ending up with some snow showers Sunday. Once again, we don't know accumulation, along with some breezy northwest winds behind the system. So once again, something to keep in mind if you got travel plans going on. Otherwise, temperatures, as we mentioned, we're going to be well above average here, but even behind that system as we go into the weekend, into early next week, there's not a lot of cold air behind it. We're just going to cool back down to where we should be, which is in the mid to upper 30s, and beyond that, going in, stretching to next week, we don't see much of a change of that. Up and down a few degrees here, but overall in the 30s, which is where we should be for the middle of December. We don't see much in the way of cold air or really significant systems as we go into next week. Should be fairly dry and seasonal. We're just going to keep an eye on, once again, that Friday night through early Sunday time period. But for temperatures tomorrow, a lot of 50s, low 50s for around La Crosse. We could even see some middle 50s as we go further south, 55 all the way down to Prairie du Chien. Up to the north, once again, similar story. All these areas should be in the low 50s with plenty of sun. And then all the way up to Ladysmith and Eau Claire, at least getting close to the 50s, if not record highs, once again, could be 50 for Eau Claire. Then as we go through Friday, we'll see another couple degrees warmer in the low to mid 50s. And then as we get into Saturday and to Sunday, that's when the rain comes in Friday night through Saturday into early Sunday. Once again, a lot of question marks on where the rain snow could be or even how much we might get of the snow. And then the temperatures do fall back, but really we're falling back to where we should be. So we're cooling down, but back to the 30s. So the good news is, like I said, we're not going to see like a significant system come through, but we're going to keep an eye on that Saturday time frame.
All right. Okay. I think I'm busting out the shorts tomorrow.
I was just about to say that. We could wear shorts going to Rotary Lights.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, Greg, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the T-Wolves are looking to make it 5 straight tonight. Plus, Badger basketball made it 6 straight last night, improving to 7-2 on the season. And a sophomore standout, a big reason for the hot start. Rob is up next.
Energy-efficient windows with beautiful new wood trim installed by skilled carpenters. Contact the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
December is the most wonderful time of the year. It's a time to be merry, be joyful, and share with friends and family. Here at Maxwell White, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, season's greetings, and a Happy New Year.
Are you ready to get more from your checking account? Altra's A+ accounts are built with more in mind. More ways to stay connected to your finances with online and mobile banking. More secure ways to pay with contactless debit cards and mobile wallet, so you can make purchases without slowing down. More money in your pocket with better rates, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees. Open your account online and start getting more from your checking account. Altra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a vacuum and I got us some toilet paper.
Well, let's give it a shot and see how it works.
I see trouble for these two. Oh, come on, junk. Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a new vacuum and I got us some cat litter. Will he ever learn? And another one added to the pile. Honey, I'm home. And this time I went to A1 Vacuum.
My hero.
The shape of the gift gave it away. That didn't matter. This gift would open doors. The gift of music. For beginners to the musically inclined, Lighthold Music has your instrument. Put a piano in that stocking or slide a guitar under the tree. Keep it local. Shop downtown at Lighthold Music. Bring music into your home. Make it a part of their life.
Everybody has an instrument. Yours is at Lighthold Music.
A lifetime of pleasure, satisfaction, and fun. Lighthold Music.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The Wisconsin basketball team was 1-2 after its first 3 games of the season, but the Badgers have bounced back in a big way. They've won 6 straight games, taking down Virginia, 3rd-ranked Marquette over the weekend, and most recently Michigan State last night. Another wire-to-wire win for the Badgers, this one coming on the road in East Lansing Tuesday. Wisconsin cracking the top 25 this week. They're at number 23 in the latest AP poll. The boys in red were red hot last night, most notably sophomore standout A.J. Storr, the first-year Badger, making the most of his time in Madison, and the results continuing in last night's victory. Storr leading the Badgers with the game-high 22 points on the night. Another big-time game for him. And after the game, head coach Greg Gard talked about what Storr has meant to this squad so far.
He's bought in 100%. He's been awesome to coach, and obviously he has a feel for the game that he's just a player. And get the ball to go in. He can do a lot of things that you can't coach.
Badgers get a much-deserved break over the next few days before they take on top-ranked Arizona on Saturday. As for the UWL basketball team, the Eagles are back home tonight. They dropped a heartbreaker last Wednesday night against Bethany Lutheran, but since then, UWL played 2 games over the weekend. Eagles splitting those 2, most recently taking down Aurora University on the road. So they'll be looking for their 2nd straight win tonight when they take on Luther College at Mitchell Hall. Eagles are 4-4 so far this season. They'll be going for win number 5 on the year. I'll have the highlights coming up at 10. On to the pros now. The best record in the NBA currently belongs to the Timberwolves. Minnesota's 15-4 so far this season. T-Wolves have won 4 straight games, took care of the Hornets on Saturday night. Now the Wolves will be looking for their 5th win in a row tonight at home when they host San Antonio. The Wolves took care of the Spurs in their first meeting. That was on the road back in early November. All right, this is kind of hard to see. Longtime Packers kicker Mason Crosby is back in the NFL. The 39-year-old being signed by the Rams today. He'll join the team's practice squad, but LA does plan on moving Crosby up to the active roster in the very near future. Crosby spent 16 seasons in Green Bay as part of the Packers' Super Bowl winning team, obviously back in 2011. Still the Packers' all-time points leader with 1,918 of them. Tough to see a Green Bay legend on a new team. I mean, but great kicker. He had some great years with the Packers.
Absolutely. And actually, this was something that was almost going to happen about a month ago for the Rams after a different injury, I believe it was. So it's kind of been in the cards that he was going to be joining the Rams, who are now right with the Packers in terms of a playoff spot.
That's true.
Which could be weird.
I know. It could come back to haunt him.
Kicks a game winner to clinch it.
Him in a different uniform. Second team now, 16 years with Green Bay. So
yeah. A little easier to swallow when it's a kicker versus, I don't know, like a quarterback or something that's been there for like 15 years or something like that. A little bit different.
It is, yeah.
All right, Rob, thanks very much.
You got it.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Want to see a magic trick? Taco John's is turning your dollar into mouth-watering favorites with the new BOGO for a Buck menu. Get a signature Taco John's item, then add another for just $1. Abracadabra, yeah! The new BOGO for a Buck menu, only at Taco John's.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So, remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21. No matter what.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
Feliz Navidad. Light up the season with Nachos Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, prospero año.
From the bottom of our hearts, happy holidays from Taco John's.
All right, you got packages out there, which it is Christmas season. So temperatures, once again, upper 40s to low 50s, maybe even mid 50s for a few locations. And that continues Friday. And then we do have some rain or snow coming in Friday night through early Sunday. We'll kind of break that down and keep an eye on that. That could have some travel implications if it pans out in certain areas. Otherwise, we cool back down to the 30s next week. So enjoy the 50s.
We will.
Because we did that Rotary Lights promo, you were freezing over there.
You would never know it, though. You would never know it.
You're going to be running around.
Over there. Yep.
Thanks
All
for joining us at 6.
We'll see you.